Principles for Dealing with the Changing World Order: Why Nations Succeed and Fail by Ray Dalio. Let's have a look at the factors of the nation's rise and fall with Ray Dalio's principles. Hi guys, welcome to our 5-minute detailed summary of an eye-opening book, Principles for Dealing with the Changing World Order: Why Nations Succeed and Fail by Ray Dalio. But first, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon if you want to learn from the world's greatest books on personal finance, entrepreneurship, and mindset in a fraction of the time. Also, comment "I subscribe" below, and we will do our best to thank you. There's an obvious truth in the world. There are rich countries and there are struggling ones. We always admire the great empires of the world, but do you know why they became great? In this book, Principles for Dealing with the Changing World Order, some brilliant facts are given, and we are sure if you watch the video till the end, you will not only be able to understand the big ideas and themes of the book, but you can also discuss them too. According to Ray Dalio, history has shown that we shouldn't rely on governments to protect us financially. And no system of government, no economic system, no currency, and no empire lasts forever. Yet almost everyone is surprised and ruined when they fall. These are two of our favorite author quotes from the book Principles for Dealing with the Changing World Order. This book presents the 18 factors that play a vital role in the rise and fall of the nations. Here are some of the key takeaways the book focuses on. Lesson 1: Nothing is forever. The early part of the book enlightens us on the reasons for the rise and fall of the empires in the last 500 years, and it gives good lessons to the leaders of the US and China. Did you ever wonder why some nations are successful and why some are not? Ray Dalio gives a brief description of the history of the nations, believing that the times ahead will be substantially different from the time we are living in. He presents the studies about the rises and declines of the big nations by taking us to the history of the world. In this part, the author focuses on 3 major historical transitions, including the 3 major empires, the Dutch, British, and American, by applying the Big Cycle Theory. Lesson 2: The Big Cycle Theory. This theory explains that a country gets the authority, dominion, and power when it catches favorable economic and social conditions, and hence they start developing its economy and military. Once it establishes the world order, it gets actual power over all other countries. At the peak of its rise, the population gets inactive and idle, and starts borrowing money instead of working hard, and the country loses its economic and military supremacy. It becomes dissipated, and the world order shifts from one country to another rising one. The decomposing power loses a war against the emerging power, and the whole big cycle starts again. Lesson 3: The Change of World Order. It would be interesting to know for our viewers that this change of world order happens every 200 years, then the leading country loses its dominion while another rises. We humans normally don't learn from our elders and make the same mistakes, which starts the whole and never-ending cycle again. Every politician must read this eye-opening and stunning book. Here, the author also claims that 3 forces might drive the American empire's decline. These 3 factors are debt burden, the widening gap between income and wealth incites internal conflicts, and the rise of external opponents and rivals. Lesson 4: The Factors Affecting the Nations. Here are the important factors that affect the nation's rise. Education. It is the only key to any nation's success. Innovation and technology. The nations with emerging technologies are the ruling ones. Cost effectiveness. Your country must be able to produce value-added products. Military strength. If your military is strong, your country is. Trade. Your country must be in trading terms with the world's other nations. Economic output. Strong economies are the dominion of the world. Markets and financial centers. Your country must be a trade and financial hub so that everyone comes to your country. Reserve currency status. Strong currency is the main thing for a country to grow. Geology. Geology, oils, and minerals are great resources that build an economy. Resource allocation efficiency. How you divide the resources of the state is a major factor to emerge. Acts of nature. It's about natural disasters, which are uncontrolled factors. Infrastructure and investment. If a basic infrastructure of your country is developed, your country will be developed. Character, civility, and determination. If the character and behaviors of the population are civilized, the state will grow. Governance and rule of law. States should have a fair law and order system. Gaps in wealth, opportunity, and values. All citizens must get equal opportunities to grow. Lesson 5: The U.S. Policies. Ray Dalio criticizes the American policies, which are creating problems for the state now. These policies include lowering short-term interest rates, long-term interest rates, debt monetization, and printing more dollars. He writes that, what does that mean for the dollar most importantly, and the other more minor reserve currencies? Will they decline and others replace them? Most probably, they will decline innocuously to past reserve currency declines, slowly for a long time and then very quickly. Lesson 6. Debt and Productivity. Dalio thinks the American government should spend the debt in investments that can uplift output and production. He argues by saying, if an empire fails to do that, the money will be devalued to the point that it won't leave the government or anyone else with much buying power. Lesson 7. US and China Rivalry. This book not only talks about the theories and history, but also present and future economic and political scenarios as well. The author is worried about the possible results of the new anogasm between the US and China. Some negatives of the book. This book is not without some fallacies. It is a very prolonged and repetitive book. The author gives extra details and an introduction before each concept. Some parts related to China and its culture and history are very peripheral and beside the point. This book is a very interesting read, especially the first 20% of the book. For history and economics freaks, it's a good read and highly recommended. This is it for now. You can pick it up with the affiliate links below. We will return with more book summaries soon. In the meantime, please like and subscribe to our channel. Remember to click the bell icon to be notified when a new video is added. Let us know in the comments if there is a book that you want to be summarized. And until next time, we hope your financial success surpasses your dreams. Until next time, adios.